Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Sunday, and welcome back to Strat Baseball History. We've had a few days off. Pardon me for that. Work and fatigue got the best of me last week, but I will try to catch up on some recordings this week and get out ahead of things as I have most of the week off, thanks to essential workers being furloughed half-time. Hooray. Hope everyone is well and safe at this time. My name is Joe, and again, this is our 1962 replay. Today I'll be bringing you game number 30 of the season, which would take place between the Chicago White Sox, who I don't believe we've seen yet, and the Kansas City Athletics, who are a channel favorite so far. But first, I wanted to recap a Yankee game, the second Yankee game of the season, that I did not record. Well, I tried to record, it didn't work out so well, so we just moved on with it, and now I will bring you the results of the second Yankees game of the season. They visited the Detroit Tigers, and as you can see, they won a wild one, 8-7 in 11 innings. The Yankees got out to an early 3-0 lead thanks to a second-inning two-run double by Clete Boyer and a third-inning solo home run by rookie Tom Tresh. However, Detroit roared back in the third, with RBI singles by McCullough, Burroughs, and Rourke to make it 3-3. It would stay that way until the sixth, when Detroit plated another 3 runs, thanks to an RBI single by Charlie Morton, an RBI sacrifice or squeeze play by pitcher Hank Aguirre, and a Chico Fernandez RBI base hit to take a 6-3 lead over the Yankees. Both teams would score a run in the seventh. New York's run would come thanks to a Clete Boyer solo home run to lead off the inning. Detroit would get that run back thanks to a Charlie Morton RBI double that scored Burroughs in the bottom half. We would stay that way until the ninth, the Yanks down by 3, when in the ninth they would finally get to Aguirre again, a leadoff single by Kubek, an error on Aguirre to make it first and second, and then an RBI double by Boyer to cut the lead down to 2, and put runners at second and third for rookie Tom Tresh, who came through with a base hit up the middle to score both runs and tie the game at 7 apiece. Detroit could not get the lead run in the bottom of the ninth, despite loading the bases, and we would go all the way to the 11th, when Tom Tresh would lead off with a walk, be sacrificed over by Bobby Richardson, and come home to score on an RBI single by Mickey Mantle to give the Yankees an 8-7 lead. Luis Arroyo would come on in the bottom half, and despite an error by Tresh at short, he would retire the side, and the Yankees would hold on for an 8-7 victory and improve to 2-0. The Tigers fall to 2-2 on their early season, and that, my friends, is the Yankees game you missed. The player of the game was Clete Boyer, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 doubles, a home run, and 4 runs batted in. He did commit an error in the field, but it's okay, as the Yankees win anyway. The win goes to Marshall Bridges in relief, and the save to Arroyo. The loss gets tacked on to Nischwitz for Detroit. So that is our Yankees game recap. I will be trying to record and bring you all of the Yankees and Mets games, as well as the other games we show throughout this 1962 replay, which is going to take a hell of a long time, by the way. But here we are, ready for some Sunday baseball, and as I said, that was game number 29 of the season. Game 30 of the season will take place between the Chicago White Sox and the channel favorite so far, Kansas City Athletics, who I keep wanting to write Royals every time I write them down on the score sheet, which is why Athletics looks like but they are the Athletics. The White Sox so far 1-1 on the season. The Royals looking for, see, there we go again. The Athletics looking for their first win. They are 0-3 so far. I'm going to take my time, stay hydrated, and have a little fun, folks. Happy Easter, happy Passover, happy whatever you celebrate. Whatever it is, it's a great day for baseball. So, I want to give you the White Sox lineup today. Leading off for Chicago will be center fielder Jim Landis. At shortstop, Sammy Esposito. Nellie Fox out for a couple of days with an injury. Batting third, at first base, Joe Cunningham. Batting fourth, left fielder Charlie Maxwell. Batting fifth, Backup catcher, Sherm Lawler, getting a day behind the plate today. Batting sixth and in right field, Mike Hirschberger. Batting seventh, the perennial all-star shortstop, Luis Aparicio. Batting eighth and playing third base, backup, Charlie Smith. And batting ninth, the pitcher for Chicago, Early Wynn. On the mound for Kansas City today, their number 4 starter is Bill Fisher. A 4-12 record in 1962, a 3.95 ERA in 16 starts. This is his first start in our replay. 150 hits allowed in 128 innings pitched. He only walked 8 guys, something that Strat will not be able to replicate due to the AB card system. But as you can see, he doesn't have any walks on his pitcher's card. 38 strikeouts, so this guy puts the ball in play. And only 16 homers allowed. It's actually remarkable he was 4-12, considering. With that ERA seems more like a 500 pitcher. But as we've seen so far, the Athletics are not a good team. As one viewer put it, they were the Yankees farm system back in the 60s. So, without further ado, we'll get the game started. Fisher is ready to go, and he'll deal the first pitch to Jim Landis in center. The White Sox center fielder goes 4-3. That is a ground ball. First base C, so that's a 3-1 to retire the first out of the inning. Shortstop Esposito comes up now, 6-9. It's a fly ball to center. Del Greco will roam over and take it for the Athletics' second out. And Joe Cunningham will come to bat for the White Sox with 2 outs and nobody on. Fisher with the pitch. Cunningham a 6-11. That's a fly ball, right field X. Going to be a 16 out to Simoli, who's in right. He's a 2. And that's an out 4. So the White Sox go down 1-2-3 here in the first. No score after a half inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's introduce you to the Kansas City Athletics lineup today. Dick Hauser batting first and playing short. Batting second and center field, Bobby Del Greco. Batting third, second baseman Jerry Lumpy. Batting fourth, first baseman Norm Seaburn. Batting fifth, right fielder Gino Simoli. Batting sixth, left fielder George Alusic. Or Alusic, we still haven't figured that one out. Batting seventh and playing third, Wayne Causey. Batting eighth, backup catcher Bill Bryan. And batting ninth, the pitcher Bill Fisher. On the mound for Chicago today, Early Wynn, trying to get an early win in his first start of the season. He's 7-15 in 62 with a 4.45 ERA in 26 starts. 171 hits allowed in 168 innings, 56 walks, 91 Ks, and 15 homers. So, he will face Hauser to lead off the bottom of the first. It's a 1-3. That's a line drive right at the third baseman. Smith rips it out of the air for the first out. Batting second for Kansas City, Del Greco, playing center. How about a 2-8? Down on strikes. Wynn gets him looking. Why is it looking? I don't know. I don't have a system for that. I just call it as I see it, folks. And that brings up the number 3 hitter, Jerry Lumpy. Trying to lump up this ball. He lines it to second base, but right at... Oh, we've got 2 shortstops. Esposito must be playing second, excuse me. Yep. Esposito is a second baseman today. Well, lines it right at Esposito for the third out. No score for the Athletics in the first. A few small Strat-O-Matic bookkeeping errors, and we move on to the second inning. Charlie Maxwell coming up to hit against Fisher. About a 3-9. That's a fly ball out to right. Simoli roams over, and he will take the first out. Brings up catcher Sherm Lawler. I think this is his first at-bat of the year, if I'm not mistaken. 6-4. That's a grounder to third X. Wayne Causey is a third baseman 3. That is a 3, and that's going to be a single past Causey for Lawler. So Lawler gets on first. He's an E stealing, so he's not going anywhere, and that'll bring up Mike Hirschberger. 2-8. And that is going to be a 6-4 to 3 double play. Hauser to Lumpy to Seaburn. The classic Kansas City Athletics defensive double play. And no score for Chicago in the top of the second. Wynn will face Seaburn, Samoli, and Alusik in the bottom half. Here is Norm Seaburn. 4-9 is a fly ball to left. Maxwell roams over and takes it for the first out. Wynn deals to Samoli. How about a 5-9? That's a strikeout, painting the corner again. And Samoli can't believe it. He argues with the ump, but he walks slowly back to the dugout. The ump just stares at him. So 2 quick outs for early Wynn, and he'll pitch to George Alusik, the left fielder. About a 2-6. Well, he hung that one, folks, and Alusik makes him pay. That is a long shot to deep right center. George Alusik with a home run puts the Kansas City Athletics out in front early, 1-0. Athletics fans go crazy. They want to win, folks. They're 0-3. They don't want to make it 0-4. Here's the pitch to Causey from Wynn, shaking his head as he pitches. And there's a base hit up the middle for Causey. So the Athletics have something going against Wynn here in the second. 2 outs, Causey on first, and Billy Bryan comes up. Bryan, a robust 149 batting average in 1962 in 74 at-bats. A 203 on-base percentage, so we can expect big things from him here against Wynn. Wynn ready, Causey on first, and the delivery to Bryan. A 3-3, that's a grounder down to third. Smith handles it over to first for the third out. But the Athletics find themselves ahead 1-0 as we head to the third. Aparicio due up for Chicago. The pitch from Fisher is a 2-9 grounder to short. Hauser over to Seaman for the first out. Here's Charlie Smith. Fisher deals 5-2. That's a line drive right at Seaburn at first for the second out. And here's the pitcher Wynn. That is a 2-6, and Wynn it goes down swinging for a 1-2-3 inning. Chicago. Bill Fisher facing the minimum through 3 innings. And the Athletics lead 1-0. They'll try to extend it, as Fisher will lead off, followed by the top of the order. Wynn ready to deal to Fisher. Here is a 1-4. That's a strikeout. Another one looking. Wynn's got some good stuff working today, except for the one he hung to Alusik. His third strikeout of the day already. And here's Hauser, 0-for-1 on the day. What a 3-8. Well, there's a base hit for Hauser. Hauser's an A stealer, normally a 1-15. Lala makes him a 1-16. And a -2 hold makes him a 1-14. He's going. And he's caught. For the second out. Gunned down by Lawler. So 2 down, nobody on for Jerry Lumpy. 0-for-1 on the day is Lumpy, and he pops this one up on the infield. That'll be the final out of the third inning. So the Athletics fail to add to their lead, and after 3 in the books, it is 1-0. Kansas City. Top of the order for Chicago. The White Sox eager to get something going against Fisher. 5-8. Pops it up on the infield. Seaburn roams over and takes it for the first out. Here's Esposito. 0-for-1 on the day. 1-3 is a grounder down to short. Hauser to Seaburn. And that's 2. Here in the fourth. Cunningham coming up. He flew out to right his first time up, and Fisher deals. But a 2-9. He'll fly out to right again. He finds the out amid all the hits in that 2 column. Another 1-2-3 inning. Minimum faced for Fisher. Through 4 innings. And Kansas City comes up on the bottom of the fourth, leading 1-0. 2-2 the caught stealing. That's right. Lumpy did lead off. Might have screwed that up last inning, but we'll roll with it, folks, because that's what we do. We have no idea what happened. Single 1-10. Line out to third. It's a line out to third for Lumpy. We might have robbed Del Greco of an at bat there, but the stats will stand as they stand. Here's Norm Seaburn. 4-6. That's a single for Seaburn. 1 out base hit. And the Athletics have something going here against early Wynn. Cyber not a stealer. Samoli struck out his first time up. Win deals a 5-10 ground ball to short. Aparicio, excellent fielding shortstop. He's a 1. But in this case, it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Aparicio, Esposito, and it ends with Cunningham. Kansas City is retired here in the 4th. They do not score, but still hold on to a 1-0 lead as we head to the 5th. Due up for the White Sox, Maxwell to lead it off. Fisher deals, it's a 1-9, triple 1-3 or a single. That is a single for Maxwell. So Charlie Maxwell on first, and Sherm Lawler coming up. Lawler, a pretty good on base man. 268 average, 369 on base. Fisher deals. That's a 2-5, and there's a base hit up the middle for Lawler. His second hit of the day. Maxwell's going to scurry over to third. And that is the tying run at third base. They're going to draw the infield in. Try to cut that one off. Yes, it's early, but it's a tight game so far, so Hirschberg is going to have to do it the hard way. 3-7, that's a sacrifice fly ball to left field. It's a B, so that'll give Maxwell the chance to score. And they tie the game at 1. Lawler and E-Stealer at first. The infield's back now, looking for the double play against Aparicio. Fisher deals. 4-4, he pops this one up on the infield. Cyber and over. For the second out, here's Charlie Smith. He'll need a base hit or a walk to keep this inning going. How about a 1-9 instead? Fisher gets him on strikes to end the inning. But midway through the 5th, the White Sox have tied it up, and it's now 1 apiece. Kansas City to bat. Alusic, who has the only run for the Athletics back in the second inning with a solo home run, comes to the plate. Early win deals to him, but a 1-5. This one Wynn's 4th strikeout of the day. Alusic sits down. Wynn finding the corners today, for the most part. And here's Causey. 1 for 1 so far, a single. 4-5 here. This one's a ground ball to second base. Esposito over to the first baseman, Cunningham. And that's 2 down. Didn't think we'd get a pitcher's duel between these two folks, but that's what we've got so far. Here's Billy Bryan, grounded out to third his first time up. A 2-4, and Wynn painting the corners today gets him looking for the third out. 1-2-3 inning for Wynn, and after 5 we are tied. Both pitchers have a POW of 7 in Strat-O-Matic, meaning they won't tire until the 7th unless somebody scores an awful lot of runs against them. Both pitchers do lead off the 6th for their club. So here's Wynn leading off against Fisher for the White Sox. 2-11. That's a grounder down to second. Lumpy to Sebring for the first out. 1 down, and here's Landis. He's over 2 on the day. How about a 5-9? Ground ball shortstop X. Houses a 3. 12 is an out 3. So that is a 6-3 for Landis. Hauser takes that no problem. And 2 down now for Esposito, who's 0 for 2 thus far on the day. 1-9 is a base hit. Just past the outstretched glove. Esposito finds himself on first. Not a base running threat, and Cunningham comes up. He's flown out to right twice today. With 2 outs, he'll bat against Fisher. 6-6. Well, this one's going to find a hole. Double 1-9 single. That's going to get down for a double for Cunningham. Esposito scampers over to third, and at second, third, with 2 outs, Charlie Maxwell comes to the plate. Maxwell 1 for 2 on the day, has scored Chicago's only run. A base hit here would put the White Sox ahead. He's ready for the pitch from Fisher, and here's the pitch. A 5-5. Uh-oh, he gets a hold of this one. This one's deep out the left field. It's a home run 1-18 or a triple. That is a big 3-run home run for Charlie Maxwell. And suddenly, the White Sox jump out ahead of Kansas City by a score of 4-1. Fisher giving up 3 straight base hits, a single, double, and now the homer to Maxwell with 2 outs here in the 6th. And he might be done if he doesn't get Lawler out. Lawler 2 for 2 on the day, would love to make it 3 for 3. 4-9 from Fisher, he does. Well, they're leaving Fisher in as somebody's trying to warm up in the bullpen. He's just not tired yet, folks, and 2-9. That's a grounder to short for the out to end the 6th. But 3 big runs for the White Sox in the 6th. And they lead 4-1. Fisher's due to lead off, so that's where he's coming out. They're going to pull him in favor of a pinch hitter. A little bit of cards and dice bookkeeping here, folks, and we'll find a pinch hitter for Kansas City. So Fisher's day is done after 6. He cannot win it. He can only lose it. Let's see. We've got Jose Tartable available. No, never mind. Ed Charles, getting an uncharacteristic day off, will be our pinch hitter. Charles normally plays third for the Athletics. .356 on base percentage. A good hitter to face Wynn here to lead off the 6th. A 1-3, that's a grounder to short. Aparicio over to Cunningham for the first out. That brings up Hauser. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Got a 2-6, that's a ground ball, 5-3. And there's 2 away quickly. Here's Bobby Del Greco, 0 for 2 on the day. How about a 6-8? There's a base hit for Del Greco. Lines one up the middle, just past Wynn's glove. And Del Greco's a C stealing. He's a 1-12. They're going to hold him. And Jerry Lumpy with 2 outs. How about a 4-3? That's a grounder the first. Cunningham picks it up and flips to Wynn. That's the final out. So Lumpy's actually going to come out. Kansas City. Charles is going to stay in and play second. He'll be a second base forward. It's a defensive downgrade, but they're trying to keep good bats in the lineup to make the comeback here. They're down by 3 through 6. They head to the 7th. They need some runs. And the new pitcher, by the way, is going to be... Who is the new pitcher going to be? Oh boy. Not have much of a bullpen. It's going to be Dan McDevitt. He is a pitcher 2. His POW is a 3. And he will replace Lumpy in the batting order. So he's technically batting third, but in the scheme of things, he's the 9th man due up. They're trying to save some at-bats with a double switch here. Charles in to play second. And we can make that change. Find the correct. There it is. So the new pitcher, McDevitt, in the 3-hole. And the new second baseman in the 9-hole. So there you have it, folks. We go to the 7th. Chicago looking to add to their 4-1 lead against Danny McDevitt. They'll have Aparicio, Smith, and Wynn due up. Here's Aparicio, 1-7. He lofts a fly ball to left field, a Lusick. Roams over and takes it for the first out. It's Charlie Smith. 0 for 2 on the day. How about a 5-2? That's a grounder to second. Charles going to be tested right away. He's a 4 at second. 14 is an out 1. That's a 4-3. Charles makes the routine play. And Wynn pitching well. With nobody on there, let him hit. How about a 3-8? That is a strikeout. So McDevitt gets through the 7th. No hits, no runs, nobody left for Chicago. And Kansas City coming up with Cyburn, Samoli, and Alusik against Wynn, trying to get back in this game. They're down by 3. 5-7. Single 1 to 10 or a line out to third. Cyburn with just a base hit by the shoestring, just past the glove. Up the middle. And there's a runner on with nobody out. And here's Samoli. Cyburn not a speed threat. And here's a 4-6. That's a base hit. They will hold Cyburn at second. Suddenly there are 2 men on against Wynn, and he is in danger of expiring his POW here. Here's George Alusik, has homered in this game and could tie it up right now with 1. Instead, he will go 5 to 4 to 3. Double play. Cyburn over to third, but there are 2 outs all of a sudden for the Athletics. It'll be up to Wayne Causey to get this run home. Wynn deals to Causey. A 3-12 is a line out to second plus injury. So that will end the inning. Causey may see himself missing some time. A 14 on our injury is a 4-game injury. And yeah, Causey can be injured for up to 30, so Causey is going to be out of the game. And we'll miss 4 more. Causey out for Kansas City. We'll have to find somebody to play third or second. They could move Charles over. And that's what they're going to do. As at third base, we're going to have Consolo. He's at third base 3. He'll come in for Causey, which means, I'm sorry, he's a second base 3. I'm confusing myself. Ed Charles will be at third base 3. Solo will be a second base 3. It's getting confusing out here, folks. So quick change here. Second base 3, Consolo comes in for the injured Causey. Charles, move over. Play third. Well, we've got the bookkeeping right again, folks. No score in the 7th. We go to the 8th. McDevitt in there for his second inning of work against the top of the White Sox order. Here's Landis, a 5-7, and he'll draw a walk. First time he's reached base today. He's a B stealing. Makes him a 1-13. If they don't hold him, they will hold him. Sammy Esposito due up. 1-9. That's a base hit. 1-17 is Landis to go to third, so they'll try, and he gets over to third. So first and third, nobody out. They're going to be looking for the double play here, and Joe Cunningham comes up. 6-8. That's a grounder to second. Now we're confused about who's playing second. It's Consolo. He's a 3. 15. Second base 3. Going to be a fielder's choice. They try to turn 2, in other words. But the run ends up scoring. Cunningham reaches first, gets an RBI on the grounder. And now there's a runner on first. 1 run scores. Chicago now leads 4-1. And Charlie Maxwell comes up with Cunningham on first and 1 out. McDivitt deals to Maxwell. So fly ball to right field for the 2nd out. Cunningham will hold it first, and here's Sherm Lawler. 3 for 3 with 3 singles today. How about a 4-4? That's the fly ball to center field. Del Greco's a 2. 11 on a 2 is a single. So Lawler getting his first start of the season. 4 for 4 on the day. Cunningham moves over to 3rd, and with 2 outs, it's Hirschberger. 1st and 3rd. McDivitt deals to him. That's a 3-8 grounder down to 3rd. Scooped up and tossed over to Cyburn for the final out. But in the 8th inning, the White Sox pick up another run, and they now lead 5-1. An early win stays in to deal with Billy Bryan. We're pinch hitting for Bryan. Do we have anybody left on the beleaguered Kansas City bench? Well, yeah, they could bring in Haywood Sullivan, who's probably going to stay in and play the catcher. And he will come in to pinch hit for Bryan. So that's D. Going to be a pinch hit. And he'll stay in and play catcher. He is a 4+1. Trust me, folks, it's happening. I'm not changing the screen again. A game that's probably out of hand. 4-2, fly ball to right field. Sullivan's down for the first out. Here's Ed Charles, his 2nd at bat of the day. About a 1-5, he flies out to center. That's 2 down. And we'll go back to Hauser at the top of the order. Hauser is 1 for 3 on the day. About a 5, that's a home run 1 to 11 or a double. That's a double. It stays in the park off the wall. Hauser cruises into 2nd standing up, and he's got a 2-out double against Wynn. One more hit would chase Wynn from the game, and here's Bobby Del Greco, 1 for 3 on the day. He's got a 4-8. That's a double, 1 to 13 or a single, 14 to 20. So there's a double. Hauser comes around to score. That's an RBI, and early Win is going to be done. We're going to bring somebody in to try to close this one out for Win. See who we can find in the White Sox bullpen. Pitcher is due to bat 3rd for Chicago. The inning, they may ignore that. Let him bat. They're going to bring in Turk Lown. Turk Lown coming in for Chicago. He is a pitcher 1. POW of 3. So Lown comes in. Pitched the Athletics here in the bottom of the 8th. He's going to try to save it for Win, probably. So Del Greco on 2nd. And, oh, it's actually the pitcher spot. McDivitt due up. So, that will not happen. Danny McDivitt's day is over. We'll see a pinch hitter for McDivitt. Try to get Kansas City back in this game. That pinch hitter is going to be Manny Jimenez. A good hitting outfielder. We should see some good playing time with the Athletics this year. So Lown ready to go. Del Greco on 2nd, 2 outs, and Jimenez due up. That is a 2-2. Well, that's a line ball. A line ball to second base. That's going to end the inning here in the 8th. And Jimenez has to roll for an injury. 12. And Jimenez is going to miss 3 games. So much for getting extra playing time. So many notes happening against the Athletics here. A 3-game injury for Jimenez. And that means the F is going to be the new pitcher for the Athletics. Gordon Jones. He's a pitcher 3. POW 2. Making his first appearance of the season, I do believe. He'll face Aparicio, Smith, and Lown here in the 9th. So Aparicio, 6-6, strikeout. 1 down for Jones. Charlie Smith 0 for 3 on the day. How about a 3-3? That's a pop out to 3rd. And he will indeed face Lown, who's going to try to close this one out in the 9th. The pitch 5-4, that's a fly ball, center field X. Del Greco's a 2, he roams over and makes the play. No more runs for the White Sox. They take a 5-2 lead into the bottom half of the 9th. Turkland will have to face the center of the order, Seaburn, Somoli, and Alusic. Seaburn 2 for 3 on the day. Sideburn, I'm not sure how you say it. It's like Sideburns, man. 1-8. However you say it, he's got his 3rd base hit. And that'll put the tying run in the on-deck circle. Gino Somoli coming up. Somoli 1 for 3, had a base hit his last time up. 1-7, that's a double 1, single 2 to 20. So there's a single for Somoli, and the Athletics are trying to rally here. They're down by 3, and the tying run's now at the plate in the form of George Alusic, who has homered today. He's 1 for 3. A solo homer back in the 2nd inning. They're playing for the double play here. Lown with the pitch. A 2-3, that's a ground ball too short. They do get the double play. 6-4-3. Double play. A run scores. No RBI. And Billy Consolo is due up. I don't think they could possibly put anybody else in to spell Consolo. Let's make sure. Can anybody else play second base? Who's playing the outfield currently? I don't think so. Nope. Nobody else can play second or third, so Consolo is going to have to hit for himself because there'd be nobody left to take his place in the field. Well, Consolo, 224 hitter, 323 on base. That's all they really need from him here. A 6-8. Well, he lofts this one to left field. Over roams Maxwell and squeezes it for the final out. And with mercy, Kansas City is done. They pick up a run, but they're going to lose this one 5-3 to the White Sox. Early win's going to get the win. Turkland with the 1.1 inning save, and the player of the game for Chicago is going to have to be, it could be Wynn, depends on how well he really pitched. Looks like he gave up quite a few hits, actually. The player of the game is going to go to Maxwell. A 3-run homer, 2 runs scored, 2 for 4 on the day. Earl Maxwell is your player of the game, and the Chicago win 5-3 over the Kansas City Athletics. That was game number 30 of our 1962 season, as well as a Yankee 8-7 victory over Chicago in our recap pregame. Thank you very much for joining us, folks. My name is Joe. This has been Strat Baseball History, coming to you tired but relaxed on a Sunday afternoon. I hope you're enjoying your Easter, Passover, or whatever holiday or non-holiday you may be celebrating today. Hope it's a relaxing Sunday for you. And until next time, this is Joe for Strat Baseball History signing off and wishing you a great day for baseball.